Well, hello, and welcome to another entry in my video journal. It is April the 11th, 2023. And once again, we are here in the Orlando area and actually a really cool, cool little Airbnb, but fabulous. They've done a great job with it. So that's wonderful. So what is my theme for today? I really thought about this and what just is a persistent theme for us. And I think is so important if you're watching this is that always savor where you are and expect tomorrow to have the potential to be even more brilliant. So again, savor where you are and expect tomorrow to be even more brilliant, and for there to be a really enticing path to get you from where you are to that next chapter of brilliance, right? So how does that translate into our own lives? First of all, for Schuyler, I've mentioned that at times it can feel like the tortoise for her, because clearly we've just passed the 7-year mark since 2016 and the boulder fell. And I will share with you that, when this first happened, as terrible as it was, once we saw that she was going to survive, which seemed impossible at the time, we thought, okay, great. Yeah. So maybe she'll be walking again by September of 2016. Well, clearly the damage had been so extensive to her brain. First of all, they didn't even believe that it was survivable. So there was no precedent here, but that area that it really seemed to have impacted was that balance, right? And so it's not that she is paralyzed. She's not. It's not that she isn't strong enough. She's really strong. It's just that between having no peripheral vision and that, those pathways in her brain that for most of us kind of help us get this sense of stability and balance, that's been damaged. So her brain is having to figure out and create some new roadways, some new pathways to help her be able to do this. And what we've been trying to do is kind of figure out additional ways to buffer it up through like muscle memory, which is why you may remember that we worked with the robotic suit. So because if you repeat something over and over again, and what you're repeating is inaccurate, guess what becomes the habit? And this doesn't just apply if you are learning how to walk with a walker, right? This is all the things that we do. If we repeat the same thing over and over again, just repeating it over and over again doesn't mean that that's the right thing to do, right? If you're repeating something that is inaccurate, that something doesn't work, and you're repeating it over and over again, that's what becomes the habit. And all of a sudden now you're entrenched in, oh my gosh, I have to unlearn this. So rather than have her body, her muscle memory relearn the wrong technique for walking, we've really focused on trying to make sure that what she learns is setting herself up for success. Because what do good leaders do? They set up not just themselves, which is really important. They don't have that, they don't nurture, let's say, that own worst enemy perspective, right? They work really hard to unlearn that and rewire your mind to be your superpower. That's really important. And then those around you, you set them up for success. You expect a greater and greater level of potential, right? So she's really been working in that direction. And even though it may seem slow for what we would love for her, because yes, of course, as her mom, I really want her to be able to go out there and experience all the kind of dreams, even some of the dreams that she had before the freaking boulder. And yet I still as the beacon, want to instill upon her that expectation that sometimes life has the ability to deliver things that are far more magical and fulfilling and incredible than your wildest dreams of the past. So give it a chance. Don't say success has to look like this or all bets are off, right? So we're moving in that direction. So Schuyler's literally putting one foot in front of the other, and every single time she gets here, they say, you're stronger. We can tell you've been working. You're getting better and better and better. So it's one little step, one little step, one little step to victory for her. For me, it's kind of a parallel path. I may definitely know how to walk, and I definitely have my balance. And yet in other aspects of life, it is finding that harmony, right? It's finding the harmony between who I want to evolve into, continue evolving into as I move forward. What sort of legacy? What are the things I still want to do? Can I savor even the moments of my life that quite frankly were painful? And now, thanks to the boulder, I have more of an understanding, more of an appreciation of, wow, the value that they've given me, the insights that they've given me, the wisdom. I wouldn't want to live it again, but my gosh, I wouldn't give it up for anything now. And so it has set me up for my dreams to be even bigger and bolder. So do I feel like, okay, I've got everything I need? Yes and no. Yes, within ourselves, we do have everything we need. And yet we're here on a planet with lots of diversity and amazing possibilities and different examples of what works and what doesn't work. So the opportunity to become a bigger, bolder version of ourselves, that opportunity to go out there and learn from people who have done some of the things that I want to do, that you wanted to, right? Learn from these people. So I'm super excited to constantly be honing my own skills. I'm moving more and more. One of my own personal objectives is really to build this society of epic chicks, for example, to build what I call a tramily, tribe plus family of these amazing powerhouse women who are positively focused. They want that community. They want to not only energize themselves, but they want to nurture and energize others and have a whole lot of fun while we're doing it, right? To go out there and really thrive in their life, not just survive or make a living. They know that they're intended for something more. So really having fun developing that society of epic women. We meet virtually on Zoom. We're in the planning phases for the Live Your Destiny retreat in August, which is going to be freaking epic. We're going to be doing something with the arrow again. It's going to be amazing. And then also, just because I'm finally taking ownership of my love now, which I never thought I would say. So if you've ever been afraid of things, never say never, right? I was terrified of speaking, and I'm learning how to do it. And I'm learning how to just accept being me as I learn. And that some areas, I'm probably going to suck. And other areas, I might be quite great, or maybe just quite great for one person, but that's enough, isn't it? Right? And to ultimately kind of giggle and appreciate myself for whoever it is, whatever that epic version of myself is today. So with the corporate, I'm super excited. I now have 2 really strong speaking agents who are submitting me, and I have a couple of others who submit me now and then. I've got some great people that I'm really figuring out how to use on my team. That's been a scratchy part for me. I'm used to doing everything myself. I've been a single mom. I was an only child, et cetera, et cetera. So that's not necessarily one of my organic superpowers, is figuring out how to put the team together. So at least for my own, in my own case, I'm really good at helping leaders, for example. I can really help organize others, but it's funny how sometimes it doesn't always necessarily translate to yourself. So really working on getting even better and better. And of course, I'm probably a little bit better than I'm giving myself credit for, but that's okay. In saying I could be better gives me the inspiration to learn. So another big kind of message here is stretch yourself, challenge yourself in a brilliant, exhilarating, ooh, I can't wait to go out and seize the day and love the moment as I'm doing it. I can't wait to see this moment's pretty freaking awesome. And so I can't wait to see what's next, right? It's that childish, like, woo, that game was fun. So what do you want to do now? Right? So it's continuing that movement and learning from people who really are qualified and not believing that you're less than because there are some things that you don't yet know, emphasis on yes. So super excited. I have a new coach that is specifically going to help me with some of my own aspects of growing my own business, maybe publishing my next book, woohoo, 100 Days of Epic, get some guidance with that. And just because I've decided I love the speaking and I want to love it even more, and I want people to love it when I deliver it to them, I've now got a speaking acting coach who's worked with Liam Neeson and all kinds of things. So things are moving forward. And of course, I have to mention, I've got my hip procedure coming up, and personally, my life has come together in a way that I never experienced before. My kids, my grandkids, my family, my mom, my dad, Kathy, all, just people who are super close to me. And then of course, this amazing man, my Mike, I will call him Magic Mike, but yeah, let's not go there. This amazing man, in a really authentically co-creative relationship, which quite honestly, I didn't know if that was possible. And I certainly wasn't sure that this would be possible under the circumstances, right? Because it's asking someone to be very flexible in a way that some people just don't have that capability of being, right? They didn't buy into that kind of scenario. So, but this man supports me and encourages me. And so what's interesting is that I still very much take ownership of my own happiness, my own direction, my own enoughness. And yet when there's this significant other in my life who just feeds it even more, the potential of that exhilaration, that excitement, that enthusiasm just gets even bigger, right? It gets even richer and deeper. So message in today's video is savor your day, whatever that looks like, even if for you it's kind of a crunch day, even if it, like, some days for Schuyler feel like, oh my God, can we just get beyond this, right? Even if it's one of those days that is more lesson than celebration, savor where you are right here, right now. Know that it's just fantastic. It has in it the seeds of potential for that epic what's next. And so as much as you can savor right now, delight in the fact that there is a what next, and how big can you make it, how epic can you make it, and how much fun can you give yourself permission to make it as you figure out what next is, and where are the great things that you can find in your day today. So, because they're definitely there. So I am off to dive into my stuff, but a lot has been going on here. Stay tuned. Maybe when I speak to you next, I'll be either right before my procedure or right after. I won't do it when I'm feeling very psychedelic. Let's just put it that way. But wish me luck with as I become partially bionic, just like Schuyler, works for her. Ha. Anyway, all right, go out there, make it an epic day. Sending you so much booyah. Until next time, Go out and rock it.
See you soon.